Hello and welcome back to my Vampire Survivors series where I try to unlock all of the things. Today, we're going to be going for this unlock with Gennaro and this unlock on the Green Acres. So, yeah, pretty basic. We're going to be playing Gennaro and I'm going to try to get a dub on the Green Acres. I'm not going to go hyper mode because the enemies get extra health, although honestly... No, I'm not going to do it. I probably could get away. I'm going to do it. Whatever. It could end up being bad for us if, the enemies get too strong, but that's okay because I'm going to be running these weapons, the crit weapons. So knife, whip, axe, cross. That's 4 weapons. And we don't have these other 2, so we can't get them, but that's okay. We're going for the crits, and I don't know what other weapons we're going to get to go along with it, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Oh, well, there's the whip and the axe. Cool. I mean, honestly... Oh, and there's the cross. I wouldn't mind taking the guns. Just because, I'm always a big fan of the guns. But, I guess it would definitely be good to kind of take a look at, like, what other arcana we might want to take to see what else we can synergize with, probably. Because, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, Gennaro's passive is literally just get extra projectiles, which, like, is chill, I guess. Or, but it's only one. It's only one extra projectile. So, like, a lot of the other, characters that give extra projectiles, they give 1 every 20 levels, right? Whereas Gennaro is just, like, you get 1. But you get it immediately, so... a little bit better early, a little bit worse later. Well, a decent amount worse later. But it's not that bad. He was, I think he was the first character that I ever got a win on. I think I played him in the library. And so I got a win on him. Yeah, so he's got a little bit of a soft spot in my heart, but overall he's definitely not one of the strongest characters in the game, I would say. But he's something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I guess we could also just think about like what items we want to take. So like, if we're taking the whip, the cross, the knife, the axe. I don't know. I mean, tome is always solid. Tome will never do you wrong. Spinach. Spinach is never really that bad, right? It's literally just a straight up damage increase. So, maybe I'll just go with that. Just go spinach, tome, and then we can take like the fire wand and the magic wand, get a little OG with it. Rona's box. I mean, that's interesting. I mean, the thing with the Tirona's box is that we don't get a ton of benefit from the duration. We'll go Tirona's box eventually. Okay. Y'all know. Eventually we're going to need to take it for something. Some kind of unlock. But I think for now we're just going to leave it be. And we've already made the enemies a little bit stronger due to hyper mode. If we wanted, technically, we could just do Tirona's box up to like level 8 and then banish it. and so we'd only get the good effects of it. But, I don't really feel like doing that. The Shadow Pinion actually would have been interesting because we have the knife. So, you know, the knife would hit the things that are like in front of us, and then the, oh, I forgot milk elementals can spawn on this map. That's kind of interesting. But, yeah, we could have just done, like... I don't even know what I was saying. So never mind. Oh, Shadow Pinion. Because the Shadow Pinion will hit the enemies behind us, the knife will hit the enemies in front of us. You know, it'd be a little bit of, like, control, I guess. But I don't know. Whatever. I mean, something interesting that we could consider is taking the Tome and Spinach, but not taking the Magic Wand. Because I did see the bracelet in there, and so the bracelet could be an interesting weapon to get, I gotta say. You know, I mean, it's fairly strong, as we learned in our previous run. That it actually does, like, you know, a lot of damage. Which makes sense, right? I mean, it's basically a level 18 weapon that evolves twice, right? You would hope that it's pretty strong. But, alright, well, there you go. We got all the items. We could also take the Metaglio left and the silver ring if we want to buff up our build even more. It's always an option. Never really a bad option. But, yeah, I don't know. We're definitely doing pretty decently right now. You know, we're level 20 at 4.5 minutes, so not too bad, I would say. Doesn't feel like we're particularly slowing down either. I think we've gotten fairly fortunate that the waves that have spawned have not been, like, super low on enemy spawn rate. I think this is probably the slowest wave that we've gotten. And there's still, like, a fairly significant number of enemies spawning for us to kill. Alright, we got the knife to level 8. Let's go pick up that chest, see if we can evolve this thing. And yes, we can. What is it, 1000 edge? Yup. Boom, alright, and suddenly our DPS has gone up dramatically. And there's another chest here. Honestly, oh god. So if we take the bracelet, we need to wait for the Vento Sacro. Yeah, whatever, I'll take the bracelet, I don't even care. You know, on this channel, we kind of just build whatever. Sometimes we even take the wrong things, so our build gets messed up. Just how it be. Best life, you gotta live with the consequences of your actions. I play games like I live my life. I don't know what that means when I'm playing a game about hunting monsters, but... Okay, don't take the magic wand. We need the Vento Sacro if we want to get the evolved whips fully upgraded. I guess in some other news, since you know, the game's a little bit slow right now, I have been putting a little bit more thought into some potential YouTube series, and so I might start posting a little bit more YouTube content. You know, I did obviously have the Dark and Darker series, which is technically still being uploaded, though I stopped recording episodes for that like 5 days ago. And I mean, the analytics are not amazing. Not that my analytics in general are amazing, but you know, some of the videos literally get like 0 views, so not hot. But I mean, I have talked about it already in previous videos where it's like, it was a little bit not a great experience, but I think a lot of that was just me, you know, as I've said, forcing myself to record for like 2 hours, 1.5 hours of those videos. I mean, I think there was a day that I recorded 4 episodes, right? And those 4 episodes were recorded on the day that I didn't stream, but it was basically like I did stream, because I recorded like 2 hours plus, really. So, I think that definitely played a part in me struggling, as well as just like, it kind of felt like there wasn't really a goal to work towards, where it's just like, I'll just keep playing until it hits 30 minutes, and then I'll stop playing, and then I'll hit record again. Right? I think that was not helpful for the making of the content. And that's all to say that I do have some ideas for some series that I could do that I think would be more fulfilling for me to record, as well as maybe more interesting to watch than the Dark and Darker series. And so I'm thinking about that. I mean, I've talked about a series that I thought about before, which I'll just be straight up, I don't think I'll be recording that, because I tried to do a pilot episode and it was not hot, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I think I might end up releasing some new stuff here soon. I think like within the next week, perhaps. So, you know, maybe something to look forward to, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, if you only care about Vampire Survivors, I don't really think we're particularly close to ending the series. I mean, I replied to a comment today. You might be watching this video, but yeah, I mean, I think there's still quite a bit we need to do. Like, we need to unlock all the secret characters. We need to do a bit. All right, let's just put it that way. And then obviously we still have to do the DLC as well, which will take a minute. So I think we've got like a minimum of like 10 runs to go, and I think that even then we're still probably much farther away. Like 10 runs just in the vanilla game, and I think that there's still probably going to be more than 10 runs in the vanilla game, and then the DLC, I have no clue, because I saw that there's like 8 characters, I want to say, in the DLC. And then you obviously got all the missions, you've got all the weapons, which, I mean, you know, those aren't going to be that crazy, like, just evolve the weapons, but still, I think we got a ways to go, which is exciting. You know, I like playing this game, and I'm really excited to see what they have done with the DLC. You know, I mean, it's an entirely new map, which, you know, probably all of my DLC episodes are going to be recorded on, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know, maybe it'll end up being exhausting to be like, yeah, here I am again on Mount Moonspell for the 10th time. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. But, yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. So, I do still have the Vampire Survivor stuff, but I'm also looking to make some new content, and then I do have maybe a series planned for after Vampire Survivors is done, so the content grind is not coming to an end anytime soon. I mean, I've said it in earlier episodes, but, you know, this is a little bit more on the pessimistic end, but at a bare minimum, I think that I'm going to keep streaming and making YouTube videos for 365 days. It's like 1 year. So when the 1 year mark hits, and that's when I'll kind of make my decision of whether or not I want to keep making stuff. I'm not going to get too into it right now, because I mean, I think it's kind of useless. I've only been doing it for, what, 30 days? At least on YouTube. Since this is like I think this is part 30 of Vampire Survivors, so there you go. Pretty much 1 month anniversary. Technically it's February, so I don't know if that factors in. Whatever, I don't really care. Ooh, another Arcana. Revives. I mean, we have 8 rerolls, so we can pretty much get whatever we want. Okay, this could be interesting. The bounces. I mean, we don't have the magic wand. We could take the magic wand, but then we wouldn't get the axes. And the axes benefit from the crit, so... But we do have the fire wand, so you know what? Whatever, we'll just take the bounces. Yeah, look at that. The crosses, they bounce off the screen. That's fun, right? Okay, pick up the attract orb. I think this is a library wave, if I had to guess. By the way, I hope I don't sound too nasally. I don't know. Sometimes my nose gets like stuffed up for no reason. Just from like existing. I don't know. I'm not like sick or anything. I didn't like just wake up or I don't know. It just happens. Oh. Don't know if y'all could hear that, but I think some police siren or something went off. That's fun. Also, you know what I realized? There is actually a secret character in this stage, I'm pretty sure. Which we'll probably have to get some other time, because... excuse me, it's a little bit precise, I want to say. I remember reading up on it on the wiki. It's like 18 tile sets west, 18 tile sets south. So I assume you can count that based on these, like, they look like roads almost. I'm assuming this is one tile set, each square. That would make sense to me, at the very least. But, since we do have the mission to stay here for like 30 minutes, I mean, technically, we could get the secret character after we've been here for 30 minutes, but that sounds like a lot of work that I don't really want to do, so I'm not gonna. Just gonna go the 30 minutes and then dip from this stage. I think I'm on endless mode. I probably should turn that off on runs. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can just leave, right? It's not a big deal. Technically, I get like a little bit less gold in endless mode because you don't get the extra gold for like completing the run. But I don't really care about gold, so whatever. Also, look at how many freaking gems we've got here, man. These lizard guys are OP. Dropping gems for days. Can't even get them all. Crazy. I guess I shouldn't have been afraid of hyper mode, because we're kind of smashing. Even though the enemies have, what, 100% extra health? I mean, who knows how it'll be later on, but definitely for now, I am not struggling at all. Alright. This looks like another library wave, although I don't remember seeing the zombies or the mummies in the library, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they were there. Alright, oh, I guess I should have waited for an evolution. Whatever, there's a chest back there, we can just get it whenever. Oh, okay, cool. And there we would have had our wand evolution. Fire wand, I should say. I guess the magic wand is different. I think it's called the magic wand, right? And then I think the evolution is called a holy wand, maybe? Not entirely certain. Alright, anyways, we should get a move on, probably. We just gotta find an attract orb, we can get all these gems later. Well, you know, in other content creation news, my stream playthrough of Sonic Frontiers, I think, will be coming to an end soon. In fact, by the time that this video releases, I may have already completed the game. Who knows? Today could be the last live stream of Sonic Frontiers. Game's fun. If you're a Sonic fan, you should definitely think about checking it out. It's pretty good, in my opinion. It's at least a step in the right direction for the series. because obviously they've had their struggles in the past. You know, they've had ups and downs. Some games people have really enjoyed, others people have really not. I'm liking what they brought to the table this time, considering that I grew up on Sonic Adventure. So, I definitely think that there is an element of Sonic Adventure in it. But yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm not 100% certain on what game I'll play on stream after that. I mean, there are ideas floating around, but I guess I'm kind of hoping that I don't end the game, or like finish the game in this stream, because then I would have to really like come up with what to play like immediately. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be a fun time. It's kind of rough because, like, I don't know. Well, you know what, now that I think about it, I actually do have an idea for what to play. It might completely kill my stream though. I have like one consistent viewer, and I'm worried that if I play the game that I'm thinking about, I will go down to 0 consistent viewers. But it should be fun. And it'll definitely be different from the games that I've played before on stream. Games being the 2 games that I've played on stream. Yeah, anyways. We kind of murdered that dude. The Atlantean guy. Just stood there, threw knives at him. I think I've underrated the knives in the past. And I probably say this every time I take the knives. But like, they can actually do some decent damage. Especially, I guess, with this crit Arcana. Like, they're probably doing way more damage now because they're just critting, right? So it's like ×4 damage. Because they crit, and then also crits do double their normal damage. So yeah. I think this is the Mad Forest wave after you survive the werewolves. It's kind of interesting. Okay, and this looks like a library wave with the witches and the lion heads. Oh my god, we almost died. This is witch. Die, fiend. Okay. Got it. Oh, you know, I actually forgot that we're healing off of our whip. There you go. Yep, back at full health. See, no big thing. We could really use an attract orb, though. But, yeah, we got our weapon slot freed up now, so whenever we find the axe, we can go ahead and take that, and then the axe will also begin to crit, so that should be interesting. Technically, we do have one more Arcana slot open, which I don't know how likely it is that we'll actually get that, and I also don't know what we would even want to take from it. I can't think off the top of my head of anything that would be super good to take here. Oh god. The regenerating skeletons. I didn't ever really want to see these guys again. They're just so annoying, because, like, it's not that they're strong, it's that they're weak. But they also only drop a gem once, the first time that you kill them, and then they just come back like 2 more times. Right? It's terrible. So why would you do this? Alright. I'm assuming we're getting pretty close to the silver ring here. I don't even know. I forget what the silver ring does. I think it gives extra area and then extra effect duration, I want to say. So the effect duration won't be super useful. I guess it'll help the bracelet a little bit, but the area could end up being nice. Extra area is always useful. Like, I don't think there's ever a time where you don't want more area on your weapons. I guess the like Bible is the only thing that I could see where you might not want it. But even then, I'm not really sure what the interaction is. I think it technically does more damage. Technically. I've talked about it before with like circumference, diameter, all that crap. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Got the silver ring wear clock. And this guy should be dying anytime now. Oh, I said anytime now. There you go. Alright, cool. Yep, area and then effect duration. And there's the axe. Boom. Alright. We're all good on our build now. Oh my god, we're getting so many levels randomly. Alright, cool. Let's see. This wave looks like it probably came from the cathedral. That'd be my guess. Oh, here's our Arcana. Alright. Listed weapons get +1. Main weapon gets +3 instead. Mad Groove is interesting, not that useful though. I am thinking about taking the beginning, but I don't know if it's useful. But what would be useful? Probably nothing. Let's take the beginning, whatever. More projectiles for our knives. I don't even know what the interaction is between like cooldown area, like a projectile number for Thousand Edge and Holy Wand. Because like their whole thing is that they don't have a cooldown. So my guess is that the tome wouldn't affect them. But then I don't really know like how the projectile number affects them either. Or like projectile speed. Like, I have no idea how projectile speed affects the knives or the Holy One. Like, if the projectile hits an enemy, is that when it then spawns a new one? I don't really know. I've been thinking about it. Oh shoot, there was an attract orb up there. Oh, and there's a chest up here. Cool. No, we didn't have an evolution. Well. Alright, let's go for this attract orb down in the bottom left. Just go down left. Perfect. Yeah, this run's pretty much in the bag. I think I've talked about it in the previous episode about like maybe I should start investing some money into like curse or charm, or even maybe just start playing on inverse mode, because it's definitely feeling like we're winning pretty much every run. Although we obviously have had some really close runs, and we've also had some losses, so I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, what stage is this wave from? I mean, I know that you get these in the dairy plant, but you also get them in the tower. They're like chickens. I think they're basilisks in like real mythology, or at least English mythology, maybe, I don't know. That actually reminds me of a game that I'm really excited about that is not out yet, and there's no release date for it, and we've seen nothing of the production. But it's Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't know how many people out there are super familiar with the game, but Dragon's Dogma 1, in my opinion, is like one of the best RPGs of all time. Because it is just so sick in the combat and the world and the way that you explore and like items and character progression, and it's great. Everything about that game is great. I don't want to get too into it because I don't want to spoil anything, but what I will say is that if you're a fan of RPGs with kind of like real-time combat, I don't want to say Souls-like because it's not a Souls-like, but you know, it has like action combat, then I think you should check it out. Because you can also like climb around on big enemies, and you also get a follower that you can customize and like set their class and appearance and all that. And you can also take other people's followers and use them for your own. That was like the main multiplayer aspect of the game, where, you know, back when the game was actually played by people, you could, you know, send out your follower. They call them pawns. Send out your pawns for other people to use, and then you could use other people's pawns, and then, you know, you'd get a reward or whatever if like people use yours more. So yeah, it was that game's good. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is technically announced, but it's probably extremely early in production, so no reason to get my hopes up. I am looking forward to Diablo 4 though. I don't think I've talked about it before, but I played Diablo 3, and I thought that game was a lot of fun. I tried Path of Exile, couldn't really get into it. I think I'm just not really a hardcore player in general. I'm not like a hardcore gamer. So like, when I played Diablo 3, I mean, technically I was playing it like, you know, back when it first came out, as everybody else was, where it's like much more difficult than it is now. But, you know, I wasn't like a hardcore grinder. I just played it, and I thought it was fun, and I beat the game, and then I stopped playing it. So, yeah, I don't know. I did think about maybe when Diablo 4 comes out, I might end up streaming it, but I know that it's not really going to be exciting, because people that are into Diablo are pretty much the hardcore crowd, which like is fine, you know. Play how you want. I have no qualms with that, but because I'm not a hardcore player, I don't think it'll be as fun for people to watch. Because like, if you're not into Diablo, then like you don't really care, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe some people feel differently. I'm not really sure what other games are coming out soon-ish that I have my eyes on. I guess I did think about playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. That could be an interesting stream game. I don't know how long it would take though. It's always like, I think it's kind of risky playing games that are like more story-oriented, because at least for somebody who's like a smaller streamer, aka somebody who averages 1 view per stream, it's just not engaging for like a low number of viewers, right? If you have a higher number of viewers, like even something like 10 viewers, I think playing a story-based or like focused game is probably okay, because there's a lot more interaction, even just between the chat members, right? But also just like, you just have more people talking and engaging in your stream, and so you have more to engage in the chat with. And I've talked, again, I always repeat myself over and over, but this is something that's true in general, where the more viewers you have, the more interaction you can have in general. There's probably a turning point where there's like a, I don't know what the, maybe like event horizon, it's not a great word for it, but it's like, there probably is a point where you get too many viewers, where it's harder to interact with chat, but oh god, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die here? No, I'm fine, right? Right? I just need to keep running, that way my my Vento Sacro thing will keep triggering. We're fine. We're okay. I mean, we haven't taken damage, but enemies are getting quite close to us, which is slightly concerning. Okay, but we're actually not taking damage. And we're actually doing a lot of damage. And we're getting XP, because we're killing lots of enemies. Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, what, 1 minute left? We're fine. Does the wave change every minute? Oh, it looks like it. So now we got the Reaper wave instead of the Demon wave. I'm not sure what stage these Reapers are from. The Demons are from the Cathedral, I'm pretty sure. But I have no idea where these Reapers are from. Maybe the Bone Zone? I don't know. I don't know how much XP there is on the ground, though. Look, these guys can't even surround us. They're so slow. Alright, well, this is looking like an easy GG. But, yeah. Anyways. Story-focused game. Final Fantasy VII. I'm assuming it's got a lot of, like, cutscenes and dialogue, so I think it'd be a risky game to play on stream, at least being smaller. So, we'll see. But it's definitely my type of game. Maybe I'll just play casually. Maybe I'll play it for YouTube. Probably not. That's the other thing is, I don't know about playing story-based games on YouTube. I think there is certainly a demographic for it, but I don't know. I also just don't know what type of content to put on my YouTube, but, you know, that's a question that for me to answer. But also for the viewers to answer. What they want to see. And I think because I'm playing Vampire Survivors, that's probably the type of viewership I'm attracting. So, maybe I pigeonholed myself, but oh my god, look at how many chickens there are. Anyways, that's enough of that. We made it to 30 minutes. Let's get out of here. Iron Blue Will unlocked, and this thing unlocked. And look at that. The Death Spiral did the most damage, or DPS by far. I mean, it makes sense, I think, just like the fact that, you know, normally the Heaven Sword is good because it can crit. So when you add a crit to a weapon that doesn't normally crit but still does decent damage, you know, you're going to increase its DPS by quite a bit. So, you know, there's that. But, yeah, there you go. Another W in the books. And, I don't know what else to say. I got nothing else. Oh, I did upgrade Charm. Maybe that's why we're getting more enemies. I forgot about that. Alright, well, anyways. I don't know. I kind of just talked about a bunch of random stuff in this video, but you know, I'm just trying to talk about something. I kind of don't. It's not that I'm not comfortable with silence, but like I don't want it to just be like, here's a video of me playing a game in silence for 30 minutes. Like, I want there to be something there for a viewer to engage in. Viewers like yourself. So I try my best to fill the void, even if it's just with random nonsense. But, you know, if you would prefer me to just say nothing at all, then I guess let me know. And I'll try to work out the best formula that I can. But anyways, enough talking from me. We've almost hit 40 minutes. This was actually a relatively shorter video. I think we were just faster in our decision making. So yeah, that'll be it for me for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, good night, whenever, wherever you are in the world. And I hope to see you next time. Peace.